ninth cranial nerve, that is the glossopharyngeal nerve. It is again the mixed type of nerve. It has a three function. One is sensory, another one is a motor, and the third one is a secretomotor. The sensory function, it carries a taste sensation from the posterior 1/3 of the tongue. So the sensory part is examination is same as the seventh cranial nerve. You have to test. Test the four taste sensation, that is the sweet, sour, salty, and the bitter. Same as in seventh cranial nerve, from the posterior 1/3 of the tongue. Then in the motor part, that is the stylopharyngeus muscle or the inferior constrictor of the pharynx. Usually this muscle is responsible or helpful in the swallowing. So you cannot assess this function. The person will some complaint if there is some abnormality here. Then secretomotor function, that is it supplies the parotid gland secretion. So the parotid gland secretion is affected by this ninth cranial nerve, that is the glossopharyngeal nerve. Okay, so in short, for examination of ninth cranial nerve, that is the glossopharyngeal nerve, it has a three function: sensory, motor, and the secretomotor. Examination of the 10th cranial nerve, that is the vagus nerve. Vagus nerve, it is a major parasympathetic nerve and it has a multiple function. So usually we do the test for it in the as a part of autonomic function test. Okay, but when we do examination along with this all nerves, usually we ask the subject for only this. Usually person will complain that there is a nasal regurgitation. આપણે ઘણીવાર પાણી કે કોઈ મતલબ લિક્વિડ જ્યારે બી લઈએ, then it comes from the nose, that is the nasal regurgitation. કઈ પણ વસ્તુ આપણે લિક્વિડ વસ્તુ લઈએ તો એ નાકમાંથી બહાર આવે, that is the nasal regurgitation. Dysphagia, it is a difficulty in swallowing. Okay, then dysphonia, then when the person must speak, the tone of the person is somewhat different. Okay, like the dysphonia means difficulty or the abnormality in the speech. The phonation of the person is not proper. Suppose I am speaking ABC and suppose I am A. Okay, so this was difference between the phonation. There is some difference in phonation, that is dysphonia. Then nasal twang in the speech, it is like the nasal આપણે ગુજરાતીમાં એવું કહીએ ત્યારે નાકમાંથી બોલતે એવું લાગે. So so that is the nasal twang in the speech. So that is some abnormality of the 10th cranial nerve, that is a vagus nerve. That person will complain herself or himself that I am this type of problem. What you have to do? Suppose a person is any complaint among this, then you have to do you can do this two tests only: the movement of soft palate and uvula and the oculocardiac reflex. Oculocardiac reflex and the movement of soft palate and the uvula. So how will you see for this movement of the soft palate and uvula? Ask the subject to depress the tongue, ask the subject to open the mouth, then depress the tongue, and ask the subject to say ah, like when we go into the OPD, or we have some throat irritation, doctor will say the ah bolo. Okay, so it is like that. Ask the subject to open the mouth, depress the tongue, and ask the subject to say ah. Okay, so what you will see that the position of the uvula, there is a symmetry, there should be symmetry between this. Okay, the soft palate and the uvula both are symmetric on the both sides. Suppose there is a paralysis of one side, then there will be like this structure. There is no symmetry. Okay, and this uvular movement you can easily remember by remembering the cartoon characters. In cartoon character you can easily see that whenever there is someone fall down, some cartoon may fall down, then when it say ah, so there is a prominent movement of this uvula. Okay, so this uvular movement should be symmetric and it should be in midline. If there is a paralysis of one side, then you can find some asymmetry in the soft palate and the uvula. So that is the examination of the 10th cranial nerve. Then oculocardiac reflex. I am here give one suggestion: you should not do it in exams. You have to remember, you should know how we should do this, but you should not perform in exam unless the examiner said to you. Otherwise, in some sensitized patient, patient may become unconscious. Because what is oculocardiac reflex? That is a viva question, and you should not perform it without emergency clause. You should not perform this test without emergency trolley. That's why you should not do in the exam. Okay, or any senior person, without presence of any senior person, you should not do it. Oculocardiac reflex. In that, you have to apply the pressure over the eyeball. You have to apply the pressure over the eyeball. When you apply the some pressure to the eyeball, there is a stimulation of this vagus nerve, and vagus nerve stimulation, it will what do vagus nerve stimulation stimulate the heart or inhibit the heart? It will do the inhibition of heart rate. It will cause a decrease the heart rate. If the vagus nerve overstimulated or the hypersensitized and it may suddenly strongly stimulated, then it may be possible that there is some stoppage of the heart for few milliseconds. It is rare, but it can happen that the person may become unconscious suddenly because of the syncope. So in oculocardiac reflex, when you apply the pressure over the eyeball, there is a stimulation of the vagus nerve and it will lead to the inhibition of the heart. It will lead to decreases the heart rate, and that is the oculocardiac reflex. So that's what that was about the 10th cranial nerve examination. And the other tests, they are the part of the autonomic function test. So the demonstration of the 11th cranial nerve, that is the spinal accessory nerve. It is a pure motor type of nerve and it supplies the two muscles, that is the trapezius muscle and the sternocleidomastoid muscle. Now we will see the demonstration of each of these muscles. Okay. For the trapezius muscle, I will ask the subject to raise the shoulder and I will give the resistance. Okay. So the subject is able to raise the shoulders. That is the demonstration of the trapezius muscle. Okay. Now the assessing of the grade of the sternocleidomastoid muscle. In that, we will ask the subject to turn the head to right side and I will give the resistance to the right side, and we will see the prominence of the sternocleidomastoid muscle, and the same thing we will do on the left side. મારી બાજુ બહુ ફેરવાનું છે એટલે જોશી કરો. Okay, so you can see this prominence of this sternocleidomastoid muscle. Same thing you should do on the opposite side. મારી બાજુ ગરદન ફેરો. You can see the prominence of this sternocleidomastoid muscle. Okay. So the 12th cranial nerve or the hypoglossal nerve, it is a pure motor nerve. So it supplies only the muscles of the tongue. There are 3 cranial nerves which have only pure sensory function. These are the first cranial nerve, second cranial nerve and the 8th cranial nerve, which are the pure motor nerves. So the 11th cranial nerve, that is the spinal accessory nerve, and the 12th cranial nerve, that is the hypoglossal nerve. These two nerves are the pure motor nerves and it supplies only the muscles of the tongue. So to assess the integrity of the hypoglossal nerve or the 12th cranial nerve, you have to ask the subject to do these 3 movements. Okay. So ask the subject to protrude the tongue and you have to see that the tongue is deviated to right side or the left side or the centrally placed. So ask the subject to protrude the tongue like this, and you have to see it is centrally placed on right side or the left side. So here you will write that center tongue position on the protrusion, it is in the center if the subject is normal. Then ask the subject to make the side to side movement of the tongue. Okay, like this. Ask the subject to protrude the tongue and to do side to side movement. So this side to side movement, ask the subject to do this. And the third one is the cheek licking. So ask the subject to touch the cheeks with the help of the tongue. So ask the subject to touch the cheek with tongue. That is the third movement, the cheek licking. So you have to ask the subject to do this 3 movement, and your interpretation will be that the integrity of the 12th cranial nerve is intact.